Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. You guys obviously saw by the title, we were in a car accident and we had to go to the hospital and everything. So we wanted to make this video to share everything that happened and just, yeah, explain everything because like a lot went on from it, so it would be weird to not include you guys in it. So yeah, we're gonna start from the beginning and explain how it happened and what it led to and all that. But obviously we're okay, so that's good.
Yeah, should we tell them that you're in a bosa ball? So
oh yeah,
you know.
it looks. Yeah. You can't see it.
You can't see it, but just so you know, she's gonna be sitting in a yoga ball.
Yeah, I'm sitting on a ball, so like friendly.
So she's bouncing.
Yeah.
You can't help it. Everybody knows you can't help it. Okay, so like I got home from work and Jessica like wanted ice cream. And I usually say no to her like a lot, like not
because I want it like every night.
Yeah, but not like a lot. But like she wanted ice cream, and I just got home from work, and I was like, whatever. I was like, fine, let's go get you some ice cream. So we literally like get in the car. We're driving down the street. That's a light, like the first major intersection outside of our neighborhood, and we're sitting at a light waiting for the light to go. We're talking about how long the light's taking, and there was a cop right there in the turning lane in front of us. And so his light turned green for him to turn, so he turned, right? And so we're waiting for our light to turn green, and when our light turned green, we go.
We're at the light for a long time.
We were at the light for like a good minute, yeah.
Yeah.
A long time, and then his light turned green, you know? And so we're driving this way we're driving this way, and I'm just driving, looking forward, talking, and Jessica's like, oh babe, watch out. And I'm not listening, and she's like, watch out, those people aren't stopping. And I was confused, and she was like, they're not stopping. And I looked, and I realized that there was a car coming, about to run the red light, and they weren't stopping. So I didn't realize until the last minute.
It was super fast. It wasn't it wasn't like there was a lot of time between the time I told him. Like, it was like, they're not stopping, and he like looked over, and he had like a second to do like something.
So then like, as soon as I saw that they weren't looking, I realized like, oh, snap, like, oh crap, they're gonna hit Jessica's side. And I was really worried, so I tried to take the car and turn it away, like try to like dodge it, I guess. But they still just smacked right into Jessica's side. And then it dented up like that whole, like her whole side.
My passenger door. Yeah.
And it like pushed us from the outside lane all the way into the middle of the intersection. And then when I realized what happened, I was looking at Jessica and I asked her like, are you okay? Like, are you okay? And Jessica was fine. She said, I'm okay. And then Jessica called 911. So then I got out of the car and I walked over to the other people, and their airbags came out. And so they were all like disoriented and they weren't responding. But I asked them if they needed an ambulance, but then they responded. They said that they were okay. So then Jessica was getting really upset. She started crying because, you know, like, it was really like...
Yeah, like I talked to the cops and everything, but then once I hung up with them, it was just like really overwhelming.
Yeah, so then she got super overwhelmed, so I called my dad, and I told my dad, because we were down the street, I told my dad, like, hey, like, come get Jessica, get her out of this situation, and I'll handle the rest. And so, like, our car was, like, pretty, like, beat up. I'll show you guys a picture. And then, it was beat up bad on the one side, and the other car, like, the whole entire front was smashed. But Jessica was able to climb out. She wasn't able to open up her door, so she had to climb out of my side. And so then I talked to the cops, and then she left with my dad back home.
So his dad came and got me. He came and got me, and I sat in the car for like a second just while he like made sure Alonzo was okay and stuff. And then he took me back. He dropped me off because we lived like 2 minutes down the street. He just dropped me off and then went back to help Alonzo. And so while I was home, I just called my mom and I told her what happened. And I wasn't sure if I should go to the hospital because I felt the babies move, so like they're moving, so that was reassuring. But then there's the whole like placenta thing, like with any like jolting movement or anything, you know, it could hurt the placenta. So my mom told me that I should go to the doctor's just to make sure, you know, the doctor's like is literally like 1 minute, like it's like a one stop light away from our house. So I decided like, okay, I'd go to the doctor. Like I waited for Alonzo to get home.
Yeah, so she waited for me to get home from the scene because I had to stay and talk to the cops and make sure we got all the insurance information and stuff. But when I got home, she told me like she wanted to go to the doctor's to check, and completely makes sense. I was already thinking that we were going to go and check and make sure. So we went up to the emergency room, sent us to labor and delivery.
Yeah, we went, so like he got home and then it took us like 10 minutes. We just like got ready, but we weren't like rushing or anything. And And we didn't pack any. It was just we
we thought it was gonna be quick. We thought they were just gonna
I
check
thought
the
like I
babies.
would go there and then they would just, you know, hook me up with an ultrasound and just and like tell me everything was okay, you know. So we just went with what we were wearing. Like I just had my purse. We went to the ER and they said since once you're past 20 weeks you have to go to labor and delivery. So they sent us to labor and delivery, and
that's when we started. That's when I pulled out the camera and I started recording.
We get into the room and they hook up the monitors, and I think this is when we start filming in the hospital. And so yeah, we'll like show you guys the footage, and in that footage we are explaining everything that's happening in the moment. So we'll switch to the footage of that night right now.
So Jessica's fine, but
We have to stay here for 4 hours.
4 hours, and it's
1:30 in the morning.
we have to stay here for 4 hours, but
Yeah.
they're just gonna monitor the babies on this thing. But
Yeah.
she's fine, so now we have
And
4
the
hours
babies
to
are
kill.
perfectly fine. They are very active right now. But yeah, everything's good. We just have to stay here so they can monitor them for 4 hours. So we won't be leaving till like 4:30.
Yeah, hopefully before then. But I'm just glad that Jessica's okay. Oh baby. Alright, I'll check with you guys in like an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours. So the last time we talked to you guys, what time is it? 1:30. 1:30. Now it's 3:30.
Oh my God, it's 3:30.
Yeah, no, it's 3:30. It's pretty late.
Okay, so this is what happened. We got in the car accident. We went home first, so because I was like my adrenaline and everything, I was just really anxious, so I just wanted to calm down first. And then we decided to come to the hospital. It's like right down the street. So we came to the hospital. They checked the heartbeats and everything was fine. And we were here for like maybe an hour. And
Like 2 hours.
2 hours, and the monitor was picking up frequent contractions. So they got worried, so they came in and they were like, the next contraction will fill your stomach. So they felt my stomach and they were like, okay, you're like having contractions. So she wanted to see if I was dilating at all. So they did that test and I was 1.5 centimeters dilated. She had to admit me into the hospital. So now we are in 24
huge
hours.
room.
Oh
Look.
yeah, we're in a super nice room.
The room's huge. But yes, continue. Huge room.
Yeah. Wait, where was I?
She
Okay,
admitted
so
you.
we had to be admitted, and we have to stay here for 24 hours under observation. She's gonna check in 2 hours, I think she said. She's
Yeah.
gonna keep checking to see if I'm dilating more. And this is not the hospital that we want to have the babies at. We want to go
to San Leandro.
to San Leandro. It's an hour away from here. So if I'm dilating any more, then they're gonna transport me in an ambulance to San Leandro. You know.
Alright, we'll check back up with you guys in like 30 minutes. You guys has probably noticed that I changed. It's because when we switched rooms, Jessica told me to go home and she told me to grab everything. So I changed clothes, I grabbed all the baby stuff, the diaper bag, what's it called? Not diaper bag.
Hospital bag.
The hospital bag. And I grabbed the camera stuff for you guys. And then you have some snacks for us. But yeah. I went home and I got everything. It took me like 2 minutes. She's looking adorable. Super pretty. We're all kicked back.
I'm so tired. I wish we were prepared for this.
We're pretty well prepared.
Yeah, but yesterday we stayed up hecka late watching movies, and we just reorganized our room. I'm so tired. I wanted to call you at work and say bet.
That was gonna be funny.
I was so ready to do it.
We had a plan to where like if I was at work, I work at Round Table. If I was at work, that she would call the store and not call me, and the only thing she would say was bet. And so then somebody at my work would be like, hey, like your girlfriend called and she said bet, and I was just gonna walk out of work and not tell them anything. I was just gonna walk out.
I need them to make it 4 more days
Why?
so I can have my little Libras. I don't know the exact cutoff, but It's somewhere in the 20s, I think. I'm pretty sure. So as long as it's a few more days, but I think it will be. I mean, no one just dilates to 10 centimeters in 48 hours. Right?
People that are going into labor
Actually,
do.
Yeah,
All right, nurse just came in. What'd she
yes.
say?
Okay. So she checked me for to see if I dilated anymore, and I did not. So oh my god, I look so tired. It's almost 5 in the morning.
It's
That's
4:40.
crazy.
Yeah,
Time really flies though. Like when this stuff is going on, like I always feel bad for, like, you know, the women who have like long labor. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. But anyways, time goes by fast. Anyways, okay, so she checked me again, and I didn't dilate anymore, so that's good. We don't have to be transported. We're gonna stay here for the rest of the 24 hours. I think all the way till tomorrow night.
Yeah, but
the
she's
same
gonna
time
check
we
you in the
arrived.
morning.
So yeah, during the day tomorrow, she's gonna check me again to make sure. I'm still having contractions, but as long as I'm not dilating anymore, they don't have to transport me. So
yeah, so we're gonna get some rest.
yeah, we're
lay
gonna sleep
down.
now.
It is
It's 1:30 in the afternoon.
it's 1:30 in the afternoon.
So I don't remember where we left off. So basically,
I think last time I talked to him, it was like 4 o'clock in the morning.
yeah, at 11 p.m. tonight, they're gonna check for dilation again, and that'll determine what happens next. But yeah, we're just
We're waiting now.
here all day.
Because, well, like, after, like, you didn't open up anymore. There's nothing else to do.
I'm so tired.
So now we're waiting.
I'm so tired.
We don't get to leave until freaking 11, and it's already 1:30.
We went to bed at like 5 in the morning, and then the doctors started coming in nonstop at 7 in the morning. The contractions have calmed down a lot. Like yesterday they were really spiking, but now they're not, so that's good. Babies need more time.
So now we're just waiting to go home.
Yeah, hopefully. This all started from ice cream.
Some caramel cone ice cream.
We just wanted a specific ice cream. If we
You
didn't
guys
leave
like
the
caramel
house,
cone ice cream? Caramel cone ice cream? That shit is so good. Who makes it? Huggies and Dogs? Something like that.
Haagen-Dazs.
That's all we wanted. It's 12:04. The next day.
Huh?
No, no, just you.
It's her birthday today?
Waiting for the doctor. Why don't they put on gloves to check your cervix?
They
They
don't?
use sterile gloves.
There's no
There
way she was wearing gloves.
She opened a sterile glove.
What does that mean?
Oh.
She had a package, and it was it's a
Oh.
sterile.
I don't want to stay here. I don't want to stay here.
You got a new straw though.
You got a new straw though.
You're ready to go for another 24 hours.
It's so cold.
We're gonna be here for the next 6 or 7 days.
No,
They're
what are
probably
you
not gonna
talking
let us
about?
leave. We're stuck
It's
here forever.
1:30. They checked my cervix and they never came back. I guess. Did they check
Well, she
it?
got stuck in
They checked
the
my cervix
OR.
at 11:30 and then she left.
And then she had
She
another
hasn't came back.
delivery.
But they want to keep me here anyways. I know they do.
So now it's been 25 hours since the accident. Oh yeah, she contracts a lot, like.
Yeah. So.
But the babies are fine. The heartbeats are fine. Everything's fine. I changed again because I went home to shower. Bob Marley.
Hopefully next time we turn on the camera, we're in the ambulance. We probably won't be. Or we're at home.
I hope we're at home.
And we're stuck here till the morning.
It's the next morning in the hospital. We've now been here for like 30 hours. We just want to go home. That's all we want. The babies are fine. They're both beating good. Jessica's doing okay. She's contracting every once in a while, but I think we're okay to go home. We just want to go home. But we'll see when the doctor comes in again. Who knows how long that's going to be, but yeah, we'll see.
Alright, so the doctor came in after a while. I don't know how long we spent during the morning, but
Probably like 45 minutes after.
yeah, it wasn't that bad. We woke up and like, it wasn't that bad. So the doctor came in, checked if I was dilating. It was super simple, finally. I don't know why it wasn't this simple from the beginning, but checked if I was dilating. She said it was the same as it was before, so she said I could go. They said it would take like an hour to get discharged. It took like 10 minutes. Like we were super ready to go home. We were so happy. Like they took off my IV, they took off the monitors.
We were packed up and ready to get
We were
out
packed
there
up,
in
yeah.
3 minutes.
Yeah, like it was really fast. We were so tired. So anyways, yeah, so we were able to leave. And the process was really long, but I mean, it was all for the best. I'm still glad we went, and I'm glad we made sure everything was okay. And it's kind of good now. I have like a good idea of where I'm at with my pregnancy, kind of. Like I know my contractions that I'm having are just Braxton Hicks, and I'm 2 centimeters dilated, but I could be 2 centimeters dilated for weeks. Like it doesn't really mean anything at this point. Once my contractions start to hurt, then we'll go to the hospital and, you know, see if I'm okay and stuff. So yeah, at this point I kind of think that at first I thought it was going to be induced, but now I'm feeling like I'm just going to go into natural labor, which is good because I want it to be as natural as possible. So hopefully that does happen. So today I'm 34 weeks officially. So from this point, I mean, if I went into labor, it would still be preterm labor, but it would be safe for the baby. So that's all that matters. So it's just nice to know that, you know, if anything did happen, it's okay. Like everything would be fine. So since the accident led to all of that other stuff, like the dilation and the contractions, it was a big chunk of the pregnancy part that I really wanted you guys to know. So that in the labor video and stuff, you guys know that we went through all of this, and that, yeah, so you guys aren't missing this whole chunk of information. At the end of the day, we're really just happy and thankful that everything's okay and everything happens for a reason, and we're glad we got sent to the hospital and we got to check everything out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and comment them and we'll respond. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And we do have our first post notification shout out, and it goes to Isabella Gonzalez. Thank you for subscribing and turning on your post notifications. If anyone else wants a post notification shout out, just comment down below and you have a chance to get one. Yep. So thanks for watching. Bye.
Should we get 2?
Yeah.
This is it right now. This is the good stuff. Hands down.
We got our ice cream. This is what it was all for.